Mr. Dail, can you hear me? Kyle, are you there? Mr. Dail, is it me? Pam, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
I see Gerald's muted.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Good.
Yes.
I can hear you now, Mr. Dail.
How you doing, Miss Moorhead?
It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. You doing okay?
Yes, sir. You must be relieved to get all this taken care of.
It's one chapter, you know, closed. I got a lot more to take care of, to be honest, but I'm grateful.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have a plan. I'm assuming, do you?
And could you guys speak up just a little bit for me, because I can't hear y'all. I barely can hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now, but I barely can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you, but it's like it's very low.
Okay. Is your volume up on your phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's make sure, and then I will, I'm close to the microphone.
Okay, I can hear you. Let me see if I can put it on speaker, but I'm okay.
Okay. Are you ready, Miss Sweeney?
I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, give me 1 second, baby.
Kyle, can you put a light on your face?
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
I'm sorry, Judge.
Hold on, my baby was asleep, Gerald.
Oh, okay.
No, you okay?
That's good. Much better.
All right. Let's see. We got a lot going on here.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
All right. All right. The court's on the record in M19-22596 on the charge of assault family violence, M19-22597 on the charge of terroristic threat, and M17-56460 on a DWI second. Is the state of Texas versus Kyle Dail. Will counsel please announce?
Gerald Priven on behalf of Mr. Dail.
Let the record reflect that Mr. Dail is present via video teleconferencing. Mr. Dail, I have a document that says you have been advised by your attorney that you have a right to enter your plea in open court, meaning you could have come down here to the Frank Crowley COVID courthouse and enter your plea in person, but you've decided to waive that right and you are consenting today to the use of closed circuit video teleconferencing to enter your pleas in these cases. Is that true?
We can't hear you, Kyle. Turn on your audio.
Can I say something? I'm sorry about that.
I asked you.
No, I said, no, my phone was off, Ms. Moorhead, from when I came back.
All right.
I said, yes, ma'am, but could I ask you something?
Well, let me ask you this. Do you give permission for your attorney to sign your name to your plea documents if we need your signature on anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And I just wanted to say one thing.
Yes, sir.
I didn't have an issue showing up in person at all.
Well, I appreciate that, Mr. Dail, but we are happy that you didn't come down here just for this in the COVID courthouse. You're one of my favorites. Okay, so now you have 3 charges, and you've talked to Mr. Priven about all 3 of these charges? Kyle, did you talk to Mr. Priven about all three of these charges and the range of
Yes, ma'am.
punishment and
Can
your
you
plea
not hear me?
papers?
I did talk to him about all three charges.
Okay. Now you have a right to a jury trial on each of these. Do you want a jury trial?
No, ma'am.
All right. If you're not a United States citizen and you plead guilty or no contest on any of these, you could be deported or denied citizenship at a later time. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you still want to proceed with your plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So let's take the, let's see, we'll take the DWI second. How do you plead to the DWI second? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
Guilty.
All right, I'm going to accept your plea of guilty. I'm going to set your punishment at 51 days in the Dallas County Jail. I'm going to give you credit for 17 days back time and have that run concurrent with your fine, court costs, and fees. I'm going to ask your attorney to please get the assistant district attorney's signature on these plea documents so that I can file them.
I thought I set that up, Judge, but,
Well, no, because that's why I'm asking.
okay, I'll take care of
Obviously,
that.
I don't see, obviously, I
Okay.
don't see the
Mr. Gerald.
signature on the paper.
I'll take care of it, Kyle.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't
Now,
have to go to
Mr.
jail.
Brewer, Mr. Kyle, with regard to the assault family violence charge, how do you plead?
No
Guilty, not
contest.
guilty, no contest?
No contest.
All right, I'm gonna find you guilty of the assault family violence charge. I'm gonna find affirmative finding of family violence. I'm gonna give you credit for 15 days back time. Make sure you complete all your requirements of your felony probation. And I do have Ms. Brewer's signature on this document, Mr. Privet.
Thank you, Judge.
Hey,
You have
Mr. Gerald.
$100 fine and $100 fine in this, but your back time is going to be applied to your fine and court costs. Okay, Mr. Dail?
Yes, ma'am. I got a question.
So you shouldn't have a fine on that one. You shouldn't have to pay anything. Now, with regard to M19-22597, that's a terroristic threat. How do you plead to that?
So that
Guilty, not guilty, no contest.
I'm guilty.
All right, so I'm going to defer any finding of guilt on that particular case, even though I find the evidence is sufficient to find you guilty. I'm going to set your fine at $100 and give you credit for 15 days back time and have that run concurrent with any court costs, fines, and fees. Do you have any questions about the terroristic threat or
No,
any
ma'am.
of the pleas that you've done today?
I got a question about the DWI second.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gerald, I kind of got confused. I don't have to go do any time.
Say again? No, you've got time served on the DWI. Judge, I'd ask that you waive booking and arraignment just to,
I
Make it
will.
clear.
I will book in an arraignment. And does he have a interlock or any type of device out there?
he does, and I just sent you this morning the interlock removal order.
Okay, well, I
And I
had not received the interlock removal order by 10:38. So
Okay.
just
It-
make sure that it's sent. I'll look for it. And then
And-
you've got to send me a signed.
I actually had that, Judge, and I just sent that to you about 2 minutes ago, so you'll have
Okay.
all that.
All right. I think that would take care of everything for Mr. Dail. I don't think, does he have anything else in my court?
No, that concludes business in your court, Judge. He's on probation out of a felony case, and the felony probation is pretty much exactly what would be done on the misdemeanor probation. So the district attorney was very gracious about not adding any new fines, fees, or requirements other than what he has to do on his felony probation.
All right. So Kyle, I'm gonna let Officer Monroe go over what's required in this court, just to make sure we're all on the same page. Officer Monroe?
Okay, Mr. Dail, today you're being placed on probation for assault, family violence, and terroristic threat. These cases will run concurrent with one another. They're 12 months. While you're on probation, you can't commit any offenses against the laws of this state or any other state. You're not supposed to possess any firearms during the term of this supervision. You were supposed to surrender any weapons and firearms to the local authority. You're not supposed to own, have possession, care, custody, or management of any firearm. You have to avoid all injurious and vicious habits, which means no marijuana or narcotic use. You're not supposed to use any illegal drugs. That includes prescription drugs that are not given to you by a licensed physician. If you're on medication, make sure you notify your officer. You have to obey all rules and regulations of the supervision department, including reporting. If you're required to have home visits, you have to allow the officer to either come to your home or place of employment. You'll have 24 hours to notify your officer if you have any changes, such as employment, address, telephone. You have to be working. If you ever become unemployed, you need to search for work. Your officer will assist you if you ever become unemployed. Your travel restrictions, you have to obey the felony court on your travel restrictions. Support your dependents. Your supervision fees will all run concurrent. It should be $60 a month. Okay, you'll have 2 business days to contact the misdemeanor department to complete your misdemeanor orientation, at which time they will transfer these cases to the officer that is supervising you on your felony case.
Can you give me, hold on one second. Can you give me that number?
I sent you an email this morning with a copy of your conditions, as well as my information. Now, condition number 11, that's where the number is at. It's 214-653-5370.
Okay, 5370.
Yes. And if you're required to have any court costs and fines on this case, you have to pay those as directed.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge is muted. Someone tell the judge she's muted.
Hold on one second.
I see I'm muted.
I can hear
You
you.
just told me. When I'm muted, it doesn't mean I can't hear.
Okay.
It just means you.
Hold on.
Mr. Dail, do you have any questions for me or Miss Monroe?
Hello?
Kyle, can you hear me right now?
I can hear you.
All right, you have any questions for me or Officer Monroe?
Are y'all gonna let me make it now?
Are you gonna let yourself make it, or you gonna pull yourself together and try to stay out of jail?
To be honest, I'm tired. To be honest.
You ought to be. I know you can do better. You have a lot of potential. We talked before, and I know you can do something different. And are you ready to go do something different?
Hey, to be honest, it's like I really don't have a choice. Change is good sometimes. I don't like being on probation, but at the same time, it's either this or prison.
Well, I don't advise prison, but probation isn't fun, and nobody likes being told what to do all the time. And when you get involved with court like you are, it's somebody always telling you what to do, where to go, where to be.
I made my bed, I'ma lay in it, you know?
Yeah, I know you're taking it like a man. You're a soldier.
Nah, I cry later on. That's just right now, trust me. But I know the reality of the situation. I ain't crazy. I'm tired of it, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, Miss Moorhead.
I believe you. I do believe you. You know, if you're struggling out there and you having some issues, you need to let Officer Monroe know so we can keep you, straight on your probation and get you off in time. So don't feel like you can't come and talk to me if you have a problem or you struggling, okay?
Yeah, but then too, Miss Moorhead, is like, don't focus on the problem, the solution rather. And struggling kind of is a choice. I know too much to just, sell myself short like that. I feel like it's giving power to the other side. I know what I'm capable of.
I respect that, Mr. Dail. Mr. Priven, do you have anything else for the record today?
No, Judge. I've sent the admonishment from the DWI and the interlock removal order.
And another thing, I'm sorry, Mr. Priven, but I ain't missed no payments on this interlock device, Ms. Moorhead.
Right, you've done really well. You really pulled it together over here, so I'm proud of you.
I appreciate it.
I got you.
Thank you.
All right, that's all for the record, and I will see you all shortly. Thank you.
Judge, thank you.
All right, good luck, Mr. Dail. Take care.
Hey, God bless you and your family.
You too, Precious.